Volume of a sphere. So the volume has a specific formula, right? And you can kind of think of like a basketball, a soccer ball, right? Like that's what we're finding the volume of. Like how much space does that take up? So our formula is equal to 4 over 3. So essentially we're multiplying things by 4 and then going to divide it by 3. Or we need to say 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Once again, pi, right, is this number, 3.14, that continues on forever. R is our radius. Now, if you have a sphere, right, this is kind of like, it's supposed to kind of show that this is in 3D, but it's pretty horrible. But in the center, right, we have the center, and anywhere from the center to the outside, to the outer rim of the sphere is our radius. So let's look at some examples. Example 1. Find the volume of the sphere below. So we're given, right, so if this is our center right here, we have the diameter then that we're given, which is 8 millimeters. So our formula is in radius, not in the diameter. So we need to find the radius, so we just divide the diameter by 2. So if we divide it by 2 equally, we get 4. So now if we plug this 4 milliliters into the R, right, we just get 4/3 pi. Now this is 4 raised to the 3rd power. Now, exponents. Something that's really important to think about exponents, right? If you have something 4 raised to the 3rd power, that means you have 3 copies of 4 that you're multiplying together, right? So the base stays the same, right? This is the base, and that's the exponent. So this is equal to 4 cubed, 4 times 4 times 4. So that's equal to 64, because 4 times 4, 16 times 4, which is 64. But if you aren't sure, let's just go ahead and pull out our calculators. So we have 4 raised to the 3rd power, and we get, as I said, 64. Now, let's go ahead and put that in. So we have 64. So what we can do, right, is what this looks like is 4 times pi times 64, and then we can just divide it by 3. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to times this by 4, times it by 3.14, or we could just type in pi. And then we're going to go ahead and divide this number by 3, and we get 267.95. Now this is in millimeters, so it's cubed. So this would be our answer here. Now let's look at another example. Example 2, find the volume of the sphere below. So we have here, and we can see that this line is only halfway, so this is our radius. So this is our formula. So if our radius is equal to 3, we're going to go ahead and plug that into where we see r and just substitute it out. So we have 4/3 pi, then we have 3 cubed. Now 3 cubed is equal to 27, but if we aren't sure, let's just go ahead and calculate that out. So we have 3, we do this x to the y power, and then we put in 3. So we have 27. So we have 4/3 pi times 27. So what does this really look like too, right? What we're saying is we have 4 times pi times 27, and then we're going to go ahead and divide that by 3. So let's take 27 times it by this pi instead of doing 3.14. Either one works in wall map, just showing you both ways in this video. Times 4. And then we just need to go divide it by 3. So we get 113.097, but we want to round to the nearest hundredth. So we're going to go from the 9. If we need to round up, then the next number would be 10. So this is equal to 113.10. This is millimeters cubed because it's volume. And that would be our volume for this sphere.